Hi guys, today we are making Korean roll kimbap. This recipe you can make about 10 rolls of kimbap. Peel and thinly slice about 4 to 5 carrots. Give means seaweed, bap means rice. There is no rule to make kimbap. You can choose whatever you want to put inside, but I like this combination the most. You can buy kimbap anywhere in Korea nowadays, but when I was little, it wasn't like that. Kimbap was a special food. It was mainly for a field trip day. On a field trip day morning, moms wake up early to make this. Okay, carrot is done. Next, burdak root. I'm using about 4 pieces. You can make your own or you can simply buy the pre-made one. Burdak takes the most time to prepare, so honestly, half of the time I buy pre-made ones. Before peel and slice the burdocks, prepare a big bowl of water with a tablespoon of vinegar. When the inside of burdocks exposes the oxygen, the burdocks turns to brown like apple stew. Keeping burdocks inside of vinegar water delays the browning. Burdock has kind of a strong, sharp taste, and vinegar water helps to get rid of it. Okay, I'm almost done with my first piece. After I'm done with this, I'm gonna dump into my vinegar water right away before I start to peel and slice the other one. Burdock is all ready, let's move on to a cucumber. I'm using an English cucumber today, but if you have American cucumber, don't worry, just use American cucumber too. Besides, English cucumbers are more expensive. I'm going to cut my English cucumber in half, and it's too long for my kimbap, so I'm gonna cut them in another half. If you're using an American cucumber, it's perfect length for kimbap, so you don't need to cut into this length. Slice the cucumber about 1/4 inch or less thick and cut the seeds off, discard the seeds. Sprinkle salt over cucumbers. The other side too. Set aside the salted cucumbers. Next, we are going to cut these imitation crab meat sticks. They are individually wrapped, so unwrap them and cut them in half. So, 1 stick of imitation crab meat, you can make 2 rolls of kimbap. Okay, the last cutting preparation is a can of spam. I'm going to slice them about 1/4 inch thickness. Okay, time to make rice. Use short grain, either Korean or Japanese sushi rice. Cook the rice. We are done with the cutting, but not yet all done with the preparation. Okay, open a can of Korean tuna and drain the oil. Heat some cooking oil on your pan and saute the carrot. Season the carrot with a teaspoon of kosher salt. If we are using table salt, use a little less. And teaspoon of sesame oil. And a little bit of pepper. Saute the carrot until it gets tender. Take them out, set aside. Next, let's saute burdocks. Burdock roots takes about 20 minutes to cook, so meanwhile, let's get another pan out and cook the spam we cut earlier. Pour 2 tablespoons of water into burdocks. Check on your spam, flip them. And 4.5 tablespoons of soy sauce and 4.5 teaspoons of sugar into burdock and saute them until they are tender. I like crisp texture of burdock, so I don't blanch them before, but if you like softer, blanch the burdock before you start to saute with soy sauce and sugar. Take the sauteed burdock and cook the spam out, set aside. Crack about 9 to 10 eggs, season with about half teaspoon of salt, and beat the eggs. Heat some cooking oil at low-high heat and cook the egg. Use a medium-sized frying pan so we can flip the egg easily. Cut the eggs in half, set aside. I'm going to season 4 cups of rice with 3.5 tablespoons of Korean cooking vinegar. 4 cups of rice makes about 3 to 4 rolls of kimbap. If you don't have this Korean cooking vinegar, you can make your own or use sesame oil and salt. I recommend getting a bottle of this Korean cooking vinegar. It makes really good sushi rice too. Remember those cucumbers we salted them earlier? Now squeeze them. Cucumber contains a lot of water. Squeeze all the water out of cucumbers. And we need pickled radish. Make sure you get the pre-sliced one, otherwise you need to slice it. And some sesame leaves. Open the pickled radish and drain the water out of it. Okay, 1 can of tuna need 1 teaspoon of sugar and 1 tablespoon of mayo. 1 can of tuna makes about 3 rolls of kimbap. And finally, we are all done with the preparation and ready to assemble. To assemble gimbap, we need seaweed. I'm using this brand of seaweed today, but I like the other brand more than this one. But my grocery store was out of the seaweed I like, so I had no choice. Cut some seaweed in half. Seaweed has rough side and soft side. I like to use rough side inside. Also, I like to use the longer lengths as my vertical. This way, I have more space to roll the kimbap. Place some slightly cooled down rice on top of seaweed and evenly spread them out. Use your fingertips and gently press it down while you're spreading it. Make sure you have even thin layer of rice, not a thick layer or one place crumbled with rice. Spreading thin layer of rice is very important, so take your time. I recommend wearing plastic gloves. If you wear latex gloves, rice sticks on it. Place a half slice of seaweed on top of rice and then place the egg on top. I like to assemble kimbap this way, so when I cut it, they look prettier. Now let's put every ingredient. 1 imitation crab meat, some carrots, cucumbers. I'm gonna put 2 pieces because my cucumbers are a little short. Some burdocks, and 2 sesame leaves. I'm going to put some tuna inside of the sesame leaf and wrap it. If you are not using tuna, you don't need the sesame leaves. And some spam, and a pickled radish. Look, I placed all the ingredients in one single layer. Then I'm gonna start rolling from the other end, guard the ingredient with my hand, and tuck the seaweed under the ingredient. Place the seal side down and gently press it a little bit. As you can see, I don't use bamboo roll to roll kimbap. Let's make another one. Thinly spread the rice, put half size the seaweed, place egg, and then place all the other ingredient and roll it. Making kimbap is not technically hard, but it's very time consuming. A lot of preparation. As I mentioned it earlier, kimbap was a field trip day food. It was the lunch. On a field trip day, mom wake up super early and they make kimbap for their children's lunch. I wake up and there's a smell from the kitchen and I get so excited. During lunchtime, we always traded our kimbap to each other. Since every household has its own recipe, it was so fun to find what they have inside of their kimbap. Okay, I have 2 rolls of kimbap and I'm gonna cut them. Whenever I make kimbap, I eat the first 2 of rolls for myself and then start to re-roll them. Brush a little bit of sesame oil on top of kimbap, only the top, and slice them. I'm done cutting and let me show you how it looks like inside. Oh, isn't it look so good? They are so yummy. Kimbap restaurant started to open when I was about 3rd to 4th grade. Now it's more like a convenience food, but to me it is still a field trip day food. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please click the like and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in next video.